One of the big factors of heart disease, and something we all deal with way too often, is stress. And we're going to address some ways that we can cope with stress this morning with my next guest. I'm joined by Bev Allen. Bev, thank you so much for being with me today.
Thanks for having me.
Bev, could you tell our viewers a little bit about your background and what you do?
Well, I'm a licensed mental health counselor here in Florida, and also a national board certified counselor. I've been working in the field for over 25 years, and sometimes I don't really want to say that because it ages me, but I've been around for quite a while and really see the impact over the years that stress has on us. You know, it's a word that we often overuse, but I think more and more we're really seeing the importance of basically what stress is the mind and body's response to change. And so we can't avoid stress. It's being aware of stress that increases to the point where we can develop not only mental illness but physical illness.
And that's so great that you just pointed out what stress is, because change, just even the word, right? It can cause stress.
Well, and we need a degree of stress in our lives. As I tell patients, just getting out of bed in the morning, you have to stress your body to sit like we're sitting. We're stressing our bodies, so we need a degree of stress to function. It's just recognizing when our minds and our bodies are letting us know that the stress is becoming really unmanageable. And so I encourage patients to really be aware that when change is happening, that we're going to have a response to that, whether they want it or not. Their mind and the body are going to respond to those changes. And you need to understand how you uniquely are responding. We respond physically. You know, our bodies respond to change physically, and everyone is a little individual. For me, I know, because I spend a lot of hours seeing patients and I sit and really attend, I physically hold stress in my shoulders. And so after every session, I'm aware of releasing that stress. Some people have stomach aches, back aches, rashes, hives, headaches. Those are all typical physical responses to stress. And you need to release those, because if you don't, they will accumulate, and stress over time breaks the immune system down, and that's why we get physically sick. It's almost like the body and the mind are saying, okay, now we're going to incapacitate you, and you're going to take care of us. We change, bodily we change. Our mannerisms change when we are increasing in our stress. And so sometimes it's helpful to have a friend have us know, well, what is different when we tend to stress? What is different about us? Friends tell me I pace.
Really?
And I don't even know I'm doing it, but when a friend says, you're pacing, Bev,
you know, you're
I realize something's going on that I'm not attending to. And thirdly, and really most importantly, our thoughts change. And stress management through our thoughts is one of the most effective things that we can do, because our thought patterns change. We begin what I call self-talk. We begin to catastrophize. We begin to make an issue this big into this big. We begin to fortune tell. I just know something bad's going to happen. I just know I'm going to do badly. We label. We start cursing in our heads. Road ragers use this one a lot. This is all self-talk. We're not verbalizing yet. We use a lot of shoulds. Very demanding. Very demanding word. Or whys. We mind read. We are concerned about what people think of us. I just know they don't like me. I just know they're mad at me. Those are really 5 thought patterns in particular that I encourage patients to recognize that are very stress-producing. So you recognize how your thoughts begin to change, and those physically body mannerisms and thought patterns really can signal my stress is increasing. And then what do I do to manage?
What are some ways to cope effectively, Bev?
Well, one is thought stoppage. If you're aware of some of those thought patterns, you say to yourself, stop it, Bev. And you move. You physically move, no matter what you're doing. It takes the brain away from those thoughts. and you insert a thought that's more manageable. Physical activity. Yoga is one of the best things. Tai Chi, any kind of workout, even walking, swimming, that's very important. Watching what you eat, eating healthy foods, because what we eat does affect how we think. And social support systems, sharing with friends. Those are just a few. And you know, we can talk a little bit more about this in another segment, but
and we will. We are definitely going to do that. Thank you for sharing all of this with us, because I know stress is something that each and every one of us unfortunately deal with way too often, right?
Thanks, Jenna.
All right, thank you, Bev. We're going to take a quick break right now, but I'll be back right after these messages.